And I'm looking at my friends' horrified faces out the windshield, thinking to myself, oh my gosh, did I just ruin the suspension of a $100,000 sports car? My name is Steven, aka My Eclectic Self, and today, since I am just wrapping up my 10th ever music video, I wanted to come on here and talk about some of my favorite moments in shooting 10 music videos. It's crazy that I've done 10 music videos, but I have. The first music video I ever did for my song Armor was, well, let's just say, I don't know why I thought I had any business making a music video. Now, I've done every single music video 100% myself. Obviously I've had help, people shooting, other people giving their input in editing, but I've done it all myself. Very learn as you go. In fact, when I was, debating whether or not I should make a music video, I looked up the WikiHow article, and I think I followed the WikiHow article, to the letter of how to make a music video. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Because my prior cinematography experience was editing 6-second vines. And, the first music video was honestly a complete disaster. The first day, we decided to shoot it at this tunnel. I got a friend who agreed to help me. And at the end of the first day, I started editing it, which I was doing in Windows Movie Maker, by the way. Worst music video editing software of all time. But I started, piecing things together, and I realized I do not have enough footage. So I called my friend back and I said, we have to go back. The next day, we were back at the tunnel shooting more footage. And at the end of the second day, I went back and started editing some more. And I realized that once again, we did not have enough footage. So 3 days in a row, we were back at this tunnel. I was wearing the exact same clothes as the day prior and the day before that, and we finally got enough footage that I put it all together and made it work. The crazy thing about that first music video, it's the concept of the song was conveyed so well. Even though there's a lot that I hate about that music video, and I was using this cheap $100 camera, I really appreciate how the story of that song really came across in that video. It was really cool. Moving on to my second music video, which was for the my Dutch song, Mijn Vertrek. And that one was super fun because I shot it all on vacation in the Netherlands. By the time I was on that vacation, I had been learning Dutch for about a year, and I had been working with my Dutch teacher. I had met him through the website italki. I had known him for about 6 months now, but by this time, and he had helped me write this song. So we had decided, hey, let's meet up while I'm in the Netherlands, and he was gonna help me, make this music video. I met up with him, and we were going around different locations in the city of Amersfoort where all of it was shot, and we decided to go to shoot this bridge from across the water. So I had rented this bicycle from the hotel that I was staying at, and this bicycle, it was an electric bicycle, so it's not some cheap bicycle. It was, it's probably worth $1,500 or something like that. When we were sitting there talking about the shot, and we decided my Dutch teacher Arna was going to take the bicycle and bike it around the corner and up the next street and over this bridge. When he turned that corner to go head towards the bridge, I was just thinking, this bicycle is pretty expensive, and he could very easily just ride off with this thing, and I could never see him again. And I'm thinking this as I'm standing with the camera ready waiting for him to bike over this bridge. Otherwise, I don't know, maybe I'll have to reimburse the hotel with this expensive bicycle that I don't have the money to pay for. Fortunately, a few minutes later, I see, him biking over the bridge, and I got the shot, and it looked great. Now, of course, I didn't actually probably ever think he was gonna, ride away with the bicycle. I did get that bike back, returned to the hotel, and Arna and I still talk and are still friends to this day. Now, the Dutch song was not the only video that I did in the Netherlands. When I graduated with my degree, my mom took me on vacation to the Netherlands. And of course, I can't go anywhere without making a music video. So I just threw the camera in her hands. I was about to release my song, Let It Out. And that one was just a lot of fun because we shot in a bunch of different locations wherever we were traveling, on a boat in this village called Giethoorn, and then back in Amersfoort, of course, my all-time favorite city. And we actually shot on the bridge where my Dutch teacher biked over, but it was from a different angle, so it was actually on the bridge. But that was my second music video that was effectively shot in Amersfoort. I honestly don't think it'll be my last. It is a freaking amazing city, and I've never been on vacation anywhere where I felt like I was going home. But literally, that's how it feels when I travel there. And it felt that way the first time, and I was just biking through there, seeing it for the first time. And so I love visiting there, and I love being able to look back at those videos and have made them there. It makes them that much more fun, that it's not just some random place to me, but I really, really do love the city. This one in particular was very spontaneous, and it's not the only spontaneous music video, but it was the first one where I was just like, let's go shoot a music video tomorrow. So it had just snowed like crazy up north, and I had a rental car, which is also important because I didn't really want to drive my car to the snow, but a rental car, yeah, I don't really care if something happens to that. So I called a friend that I thought, I knew wasn't doing anything, and asked if they would help me. And I shot a music video in the snow, and it was a blast. We had no plans, of course. We were just driving up the highway, okay, where can we shoot this music video? Fortunately, we found a great place. And it was a lot of fun to shoot that one, honestly. It's crazy thinking now, how well that video actually turned out and what could have gone wrong now that I've done this a few times. But that one was super spontaneous, and it just, came together. We just drove up to the snow on a whim and made a music video. Now, the next music video was very interesting because, first of all, the song was named Solo, and I shot the music video the first few weeks of the pandemic on this very busy street with a lot of bars, and there's always lots of traffic and lots of people all over the place on this street. But because it was the first few weeks of the pandemic, it was empty. It was just very cool to be able to, be at all these places where normally there's so many people. And here I am shooting a music video called Solo. Maybe you've seen it when you close your eyes. You only ever had it in your mind. This is by far the craziest moment, and hands down the most fun day ever. This moment starts with Turo. Now, if you're not familiar, Turo is a car rental website where you can go and rent out your car to other people. So it sure would be fun to rent, a cool car for a music video. So I found my favorite car of all time, the Maserati Gran Turismo. And a bonus, it had a red interior. It was a gorgeous car. And I rented it for my music video reel. Now, there were a lot of fun moments in this car, and I would definitely encourage you to go watch that vlog. But there's one moment that did not make it into the vlog because it did not get caught on camera. But also, I don't even know if I'd really want to put it in the vlog. And so I had been driving this car, this amazing car, around all day, and we'd been having a blast in it. We had got some great footage. We were kind of wrapping up everything, and we wanted to take some pictures. And we were at this little office parking lot at the time and trying to figure out, okay, where do we want to park this car to, you know, get the best pictures with like a nice background or whatever. And I started driving around this parking lot, attempting to put it, you know, in like a spot that we could take some nice pictures with. But I didn't realize that this parking lot had this big curb that extended out into like the parking spots. Here I am, like trying to maneuver this car. It was kind of a tight space. And if you're familiar with a Maserati Gran Turismo, even though it's a two-door car, it's very, very long, and the front end is super long. So I can't really see over the front at all. So I didn't know this curb was there. And my friends were all outside of the car attempting to direct me. But I was inside the car driving, not listening to anything they were saying. And so I was you know, trying to turn this car around, and I backed it up, and I was going forward, and I hit the gas. Before I knew it, I had driven up this curve that I could not see. So the car was like this, and I'm looking at my friends' horrified faces out the windshield, thinking to myself, oh my gosh, did I just ruin the suspension of a $100,000 sports car? So I put it in reverse, I back up, I scraped the front just a little bit, which was really not surprising because that car has really low clearance. It didn't cause any extra damage. And fortunately, it drives fine. It wasn't damaged. The car was fine. Thank goodness. But that was crazy. That day was already crazy enough, and that moment just made it that much crazier. I almost, you know, ruined a Maserati Gran Turismo. I don't know if I'm gonna top that one. Those are, you know, a few of my favorite moments from shooting 10 music videos. And I am really, really excited to shoot 10 more. I definitely want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on everything I'm doing, all my music videos, all my behind the scenes. Be sure to follow me on Instagram for more behind the scenes, and definitely check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever else you listen to music.
Just how I